Whew. Hey everybody, welcome to Granblue Radio. This is number 287. This one's about hitting the books because, honestly, this week has been very quiet in terms of GBF updates to talk about.
Well, we
Um,
had like what a 6 hour. I forget how long that I mean this was. It was a long time.
it was a 9-hour maintenance. The maintenance was
Ah,
actually quite long. However, you'll mostly notice it on the back end, because you can go to https://game.granbluefantasy.jp. That's it. I think it matters more if you're in a region where your ISP will inject advertisements into your web browsing unless you're on HTTPS. I've been
oh,
told
so
that
I
this is a
won't I
thing,
won't get some weird ad alerts on my phone then.
right?
That happened one time.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, I've not seen any differences, but Um, anyway, so I mean, we already talked about what happens now that the Ray of Juque and Chuan Wu Mace and Baihu Claw, blah blah blah, can now be bought unlimited times. People are like, oh baby, 30,000 points for 80 katanas. I'm in 80 katana stones. Yeah, yeah. But I mean, there's nothing really new to talk about with Rise of the Beast. There's a new gold brick. I
Yeah,
can't buy it. I'm gonna end this one at 4 out of 5, which
I mean you don't need to buy it for you on your end.
this is also true. And the other thing is that even through the next one, I will not buy it because I'll be using those 4 symbol stones on the water outfit because these outfits have been sick, and I am very interested in buying them. But we haven't seen it yet. We'll find out when the next one is.
Maybe
Yeah,
you'll become turtle. We get turtle stance.
yeah. I am ready for turtle stance. But anyway, like that's that. This episode, this week, like this one's about going back into Replicard Sandbox and actually looking at something that you haven't looked at, or I haven't looked at in like a year. Because wait a second, I didn't do the intro yet. Oh well.
Yeah, they know us by now at this point.
Yeah, all right. Anyway, the point is that like we can have at what 8 sets, 8 sets of books now because
I only need two.
I'm using 3. But
What's the third
but
one?
so I have one for the short defenders, which actually I realize I
Which is the
shouldn't need
CA
bounty
one.
hunt for them. Yeah, the OTK. So this one I can probably do something else with. There's one for the actual defender, and then one for the boss.
Wait, your defender and the boss aren't the same books.
They are not for me. They're very similar, but different enough. And I think I may actually change it because I just realized that, like, for the defender, I may just change to tenebrosity. So let's just do that. Oh, there it is. Because the thing about the boss one is that if you bring a a Tien who gives 10% drop rate up, you use the top rated um whatchamacallit, the top rated journey drop for drop rate, and you use the um where is it? Wait, that was the wrong one. If you use the bounty one, Avarice's guidebook, then you are guaranteed 2 lusters, basically. So that's a consideration. I personally don't need lusters very much anymore. I say that before,
I'm
um,
do- I'm far I'm pre-farming right now.
yeah, because we have more diaspora level raids, and those things are gonna use lusters to uncap their weapons, right?
Yup. I'm pre-farming right now.
Yeah. Um, but like, so I don't know what you're doing for these things because there's at least 5 or so viable books. So the OTK one I think is relatively simple, right? So
Yeah.
it's just like it's the one that gives you extra meter at the start of the fight. So
Mm-hmm.
50% meter here. That's overflow. and you use the one that gives you charge attack cap up and such. So 10% cap up, 500k COE support. It's like okay, okay. And then the third one you can use whatever you want. I'm personally
Yeah.
using Bounty Hunter, even though it turns out that I really shouldn't be. Like, it doesn't mean as much for me to be using Bounty Hunter because Militus weapons don't come from these things.
Well, you could get the other drops, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah,
I just keep it on anyways. It's not like it changes anything.
yeah. Basically, this one's a flex spot. What do you use for the defenders though?
I still have EXP and skill team.
Okay, because I'm using multi attack, so Tenebrosity, Adept, which is skill damage, and then Valor, which is the passive chaser one.
Yeah, so I have Valor skill, and then the last one is the EXP because I'm just farming EXP.
Yeah, I do use Sandbox for EXP, especially since you can get like the 200% bonus rolling.
Yeah, you can do that in a defender. It's dope.
Yeah. So you still do the same thing for the bosses as well?
Oh yeah, I'm just too lazy to change that.
Okay. So I did make one extra one because of our crewmate who was like, "How do you beat Bale?" And the answer is, there's this set that I've made called
Well,
FU Bale.
that's the bail if you're doing it more than once a day.
Yes. And that is the one that starts with Veil. There it is.
Because he will debuff you immediately with
Yeah,
a skill steal.
he will silence you for like 3 turns, and there's a lot of teams that don't do very well against that, especially since in Sandbox you don't start with a blue pot. You only have 2 green pots.
Yeah, and those later bosses hurt a lot.
Like a lot, yeah.
And by later we mean 2 and onward,
Yeah.
because they're the same.
And so, yeah, let's see here. So the difference, I'm just looking at the active effects, like where, so for defenders, I have extra chain burst cap, I have skill damage up, I have supplemental, I have special CA cap up. I will still never understand why one of these things has freaking 50% chance of not consuming a secret gear on it.
For when you use your, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know why you would bring that class into here.
What one even is it? Is it adept? No, then it has to be. Whoops.
Also, a fun one is that when you're playing fire and you have TN at who has 150. That's also a fun one to have the treasure hunt one on, so you get to 10 faster.
Oh yeah, that's right. A lot of the time when I'm fighting things, she doesn't get to 10, just because it dies before that point. But starting with what is it? What does the bounty hunt start at? Is it 4?
4, I
Oh,
think.
that's a magic number, isn't it? Yeah, that's a pretty magical number. She does it after a single CA. Not bad.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Which one is the one that
Isn't it the main book?
is it the main book that gives you a chance of not consuming a secret gear?
I feel like it's dumb like that. Yeah.
No, let's see. CV cap, special CA cap, skill cap, damage cap, defender gauge.
Okay.
Actually, I should be scrolling to the down on these things. Okay, so this is 20% chaser, 1 hit of mirror image, and then level 4 enmity. This one's the secret gear doesn't get used up one. There it is.
What was the
Tenebrosity.
Tenebrosity?
Yeah, 20, but the thing is that the other stuff is so good, you're just like, because it's 20% TA, it's 20% skill damage, and it's 10% damage cap. The
So
10%
10% damage. Yeah.
it is actually 10% damage cap and 20% TA. That's not nothing to sniff at when you're just full autoing and walking away.
There's so many triple attackers nowadays. I stopped caring.
I care because I use the tigers and the tigers need help.
You don't need to use them for that long in that fight.
That's fair. But are there any other books that we're not looking at that I haven't looked at that I should look at? Do you think?
I mean, there are other books. I don't know what they do.
Okay, let's go take a look. So the healing one we're not going to worry about for a very long time.
Not until they bring like plus plus and like immediately, and then
So one turn CD healing CD cut, 20% healing. So you know, if they actually make something mega hard in Sandbox, 20% healing is nothing to scoff at. But until
what if
then,
they put a raid where you can have the books? That'd be weird.
that would be really weird. They already have raids where you can use the grids, but adding the book sets would be that would be insane. Actually, adding the book sets would be absolutely insane because these things are meant to be replacements
For not having
for
a second summon.
not having a second summon, and also just at a certain point they said, "Screw it, be overpowered. This is single player content." So we use overflow. Demolition I use. Demolition is CA cap, CA support. Okay, yeah, everybody uses that. Everybody should use that one. These ones are so adept is the one that gives skill supplement, so that one's very good. We should use that. You should use that one too. 12% skill cap, 200k skill support supplemental, which is
That one's always good.
yeah.
That doesn't count toward your supplemental and your grid.
Okay, so let's see here. Debuff resistance and success rate for insight. What does this give? 20% debuff resist, 20% debuff suck, and an auto revive.
Okay, yeah, sure. If
I
I find something
guess.
I need debuff, but
Yeah.
at that point, I'd use the guaranteed debuffs.
Yeah, that's true. So
It's for
40.
Athena Plus. That actually, I would agree with that actually.
Okay. If you have trouble against Athena Plus and you need the auto revive, that is a valid reason.
I
I
think it's
like
the
that.
debuff resist actually.
Hmm.
I think it's more the debuff resist.
All right. So here's Fortitude. You start with a 2,000 health shield, 10% defense, 20% HP, and a passive refresh for 400 HP a turn.
These all suck.
Yeah. Okay. Let's ignore that one. Fortitude stays off the list. Okay. Got it.
Like I could do that with like half of that with a single weapon.
Yeah. You awaken one weapon and it just happens. All right, so here's Acuity, which is 20% chain burst damage, one turn cut on red skills, and
Oh yeah, I used to
level
use
4
this.
stamina. You did?
I used to use
Okay.
this a lot. This is before they added new books, but this I used to use this one a lot.
I mean, I
Since
can see this. I can see this being used with skill supplement, but it needs like you. I think we would need a fourth book slot before this one gets used.
I mean, the one turn cut is really nice.
The one turn cut is really nice, but the problem is we just have so many other books that have just like outstripped this one.
Now don't worry, fourth book slot is probably going to happen sometime soon,
Okay. And that was what Acuity was that one? Stamina and more, yeah.
and more.
All right. So let's just review. So we've done Tenebrosity. Okay, Valor I use because it's a nice auto attack one. Which one's Ingenuity? You start with an extra
Really.
crest.
I mean, that is useful sometimes. The CA damage is not amazing.
Yeah, like why get 20% CA damage when another book gives you CA cap and CA supplemental? Yeah. So this one, I don't know about this one. This one doesn't get a
There's no
resurrection.
no no one turns on with just one crest. You need like at least 3, 4, 5
Mm-hmm.
crests.
Yeah.
So that's not. If it started with 5 crests, I'd be like immediately put it on like Aglovale.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Using Juliet on Aglavale to jumpstart his crest was actually one of the ways that I did one turn Proud Plus in Proving Grounds.
Oh
That
yeah,
one was
because
fun.
you pretty much immediately go to 5.
Yeah, it's immediate 5, and you just start doing mega hits with his Viamol. It's great. All right. And then which one's Ferocity? Ferocity is 10% HP, 6% defense, 20% DA, 10% TA, and oh, okay. This is mostly for the Veil. Okay. Ferocity
It's
is the one that
mostly
gives you
for
the
the
Veil.
Veil.
This has like very few other effects other than just giving you Veil. But you know,
Everything else is really small.
hmm everything else is that's something to keep in mind at least. But
Imagine having plus 20% DA in this day of age.
true. But yeah, on the plus side, like out of these 12 books, we've tagged what 7 of them as being useful,
Yeah.
and you can switch around now, and that's a really good change, like a really good change.
Yeah, the switching around is really useful because I have to switch between OTK and not OTK.
hmm The so this is another thing for me, DJ. This is only for me. This is for people who really like round numbers. I have specifically not turned on auto refresh AAP because it will annoy me
I
when
don't.
I
I do the same.
yeah because it will annoy one I like and like reaching 0 AAP is a very good sign of just saying all right, you're done with Sandbox for the day. Do something else. Like that's one of my end points where it's like, okay, I have no more mimics. I don't need to do anything else. I'm already on like Boss Plus and Defender Plus for all of these things. I'm at 0. I can walk away and say that I've done. Adding auto refresh to that will not give me that like moment of stoppage where it's like,
Because
hey,
if you didn't count correctly, because some of these are 20, some of these are 30,
mhm.
and this gives you 75 each time, so you're not gonna hit the exact zero.
That's the other thing is that my love of round numbers will not let me end my AP number in this with a 5. It just annoys me. Anyway, um, that's pretty much it for this week. So next week we will have the following things. Next week we'll have Flash Gala. So over the past 4 years, Flash has started on either the 16th, the 17th, or the 18th. So
So you think there's gonna be another banner in between that now and Slash?
that's what I believe. Um, but hold
I
on,
always
let
like
me
to put
see.
things in perspective. Princess Connect, and we're changing over a banner today as well,
hmm
and it has a new character.
Wait a second. Was there a tweet today from Granblue Fantasy
I don't think so.
at the 8 p.m. time about what's so? Oh no. Okay, we're getting it in a few hours then. All
Yeah,
right.
that's why I'm like, I'm pretty sure that we have the same schedule as Princess Connect.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't notice because I was just watching NBA videos. But since there's no news, Flash tonight, friends. Probably,
More
most
than likely.
likely. Oh boy. So we'll have that to talk about. Um, the next event is going to be what, Xeno, and we won't actually the by next week I
Next
believe we will
effect is
have
Dread Barrage, and that's on the 21st.
Dread Barrage really doesn't have anything to talk about. However, according to Granblue TV channel, the dates for the Enneads, the new Enneads are the 20th, so we'll have that to talk about. And we will
Oh
have
boy.
Gawain 5 star to talk about, because Gawain is
Yeah,
also the 20th.
okay. Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So next week's going to be a
Which
busy
elements
week.
are we missing again?
For Enneads,
Yeah.
this is going to be the water boss and the wind boss. So we are
Okay.
going to get the water Ennead weapons and the wind Ennead weapons, and this is going to get weird.
Water doesn't really need a weapon like supplemental weapon
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
because a lot of them has been like the one of them is the generic supplemental attack, right?
Which one's generic supplemental?
For being high health.
Oh, right, right, right.
And water accomplish that easily in their free weapon.
hmm Well, we'll find out. We'll find out what they do. So next week we'll be talking about those. However, tomorrow also we will be doing the Granblue draft. It's been delayed a few times, but we do have we have the lineup. Everybody's committed, so we will have 5 people here in the call tomorrow night. Henry will be joining us from phone. He will be able to see the screen, but he is at an event and he will be holing up in his hotel. But
Okay, that makes sense.
um, hopefully he will not make the call crackle. We'll work out the sound and stuff like that. But
This is why we do tests beforehand.
yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun. So
All
until
right.
until then, we just get to click on the Granblues and just sort of speculate based on the last what 6 Granblues or so. Um,
Anuyo, obviously, right there.
Summer Chloe again.
I mean,
She
I would
already
not be
has
opposed,
one.
but I would not be opposed to this.
Summer Chloe 2.
Yeah, I mean, we do have a character that has two versions of a summer.
We have multiple double summer characters now. Thanks, Narmea. Thanks, Silva. Thanks, Jessica.
Izmir.
And Izmir. So there's 4 of them? There's 4 of them. Alright, anyway. We'll see you guys next week. We will.
Another summer Narmaya.
Ah, yes. The Narmea triad of summer. It'll just be a summon. Oh, that's right. Siegfried. So there's 5 double dippers.
We see Sigrid has two?
Yeah, Siegfried has the
Oh yeah, the
spear
fisherman one.
the spearfishing version and the yukata like lying open.
I remember the Yukata one. I'm like, what? Oh wait, I have this character.
Summer Siegfried was what was retconned into being yukata series, right?
I think. Well, I think they started making Yukata series at that point.
No, let's see here. Filter, reset, series, yukata. So yeah, so there is a. All right, so the
I
yukata
mean, we
SSRs
also used to not be able to filter by these either.
by
Remember
yukata,
this?
yeah. So obviously we're ready for swimsuit tire, right?
I mean,
All right.
Tire's
Anyway,
dope. I love Tire.
tire's great, but I think they will continue to just mess with Kawahara and just be like, "Nah, you don't get this." All right. Anyway, good night.
Only Nectar.
Good night, guys. We'll see you tomorrow for the draft, and we'll see you next week for what 4 new weapons, 2-ish new characters, maybe a summon. Who knows? Stuff
We'll
is
see.
happening, and it's ready to go.
All
So
right.